Hello friends, Marcy here, ready to reveal day 5 of the Diamine Inkvent calendar. Before I do, I just want to show you, yesterday I created this little idea. It's not permanent, but to store my little ink bottles as they are so short. I have this acrylic tray that I used to store some larger bottles in, but I moved them. Anyway, I just started using it for dip pens and syringe and the little silicone, just for small items. And it's tucked up here above my washi storage. I also checked, just to let you know, in case you have an idea, you could store your bottles, your ink bottles, inside your washi drawer, and then you could see the labels on the front. Just sharing an idea. I do have another one of these that's empty. I purchased new for when this one's too full. Anyway, just sharing a few storage ideas for these cute little mini bottles. Now, let's get back to finding window number 5. Okay, move my little swatch book. I created a separate swatch book for my Inkvent swatches, and I do think I will add, after I'm done, I think I will add them to my other swatch book and also to my colorings, because I had a viewer comment that the sheening on the spruce, day number 4, showed up with a greater sheen on the coloring than on the paper. And when I first started this swatch book, I do see it there's a red outline on where it says spruce and a little bit on the hashtag, but my swatch did not pull enough to show that. Anyway, I did look up, when I started this swatch book, I knew it was Tomoe River paper, and I had ordered this from an Etsy shop called Paper Penguin Co. I did not have the weight of this paper printed on the label, so I looked it up in my order history, and it is 52 GSM. So just looking up some more information, and we're going to turn here, move aside, and find door number 5. All right. My word says spiced apple. Come in a little closer. There we go. Spiced apple. And I'm going to need some help getting into this. Okay, so I just want to cut out all the plastic unwrapping there. This says it is a chameleon ink. This is the second chameleon ink in the lineup. Let's see, the first being the Solar Storm, which I believe was day number 3. Yes, it's 3rd in order. All right, so let me move this box aside and let's get to swatching. All right, since this is, as you can see, there's a collection of shimmer in the bottom. I'm going to disperse, move around the ink inside. Wow, it looks like, reminds me of Dorothy's shoes from The Wizard of Oz. Wow, in the bottle. As I see the sparkle. I don't want to shake too much and create too many bubbles, so. Rumble tumble. All right, spiced apple, chameleon ink. This is day number. I can hear neighborhood dogs. I live out in the country, and so it's evening and sounds kind of carry a lot. I'm gonna get you closer so I can hear their noise. Usually my dogs are the ones making all the noise, but this evening they're quiet. And I switched back to using my Princeton brush over the swab, because when my spruce ink didn't seem to sheen too much on the swatch that I had put down in the book, but it did sheen on the title, the word. Get to it a little bit. All right. All right, this is Spiced Apple. Oops, my page moved. And we're on day number 4. So if you're writing with a fine instrument, this is what you would expect your fine point nib to lay down for you. This may need a gorgeous broad nib to be able to show all its beauty. And as it dries, you'll be able to see more of the sheen and the shimmer and other properties that may appear. So let me rinse my dip pen, put this away, and I'm going to let that dry a minute while we talk. Oh yes, it does look like Dorothy's shoes. Look at that sparkle. Makes you want to click your heels, right? So pretty. Spiced Apple. I think that's a very appropriate name for this ink. All right, and recent video I shared the 2 new platinum pens that I ordered, and it's like I got laurel green and burgundy, and I have the green and red for Christmas colors because of the season. It wasn't planned, it just happened, and I think the season had something to do with that. But I had mentioned that my other pen, the Kaweco, and they are red and green. I did purposely order those for the Christmas season, and I purposely ordered them. This green one is a broad nib because I wanted my Christmas inks to do some beauty, and I ordered these before this Inkvent calendar, although I did order the Inkvent calendar in July as a pre-order. I was having ideas of Christmas inks, and this is a double broad, a BB, so this is really going to put down some ink. What do you think about the Spiced Apple in the double broad? Wow, wouldn't that just be a pair? So while I have you here with me, let's try it. All right, we'll let this dry a bit. I'll move it aside, and let's see what we have inside here. Okay, when you order your pens, they do, your Kaweco pens, they do come with a filled blue cartridge, and I have a converter because I want to be able to use my inks, and this is branded by Kaweco. It says Kaweco on the side. So I'm going to, it's a plunger, by the way. I'm going to insert that in my nib. Let's do a quick fill of this gorgeous ink and do a writing sample with the pen, because I do want to record the inks that I use in this journal, or the pens that I use with the inks in this journal. Oops, this is a shimmer. I do need to turn it again. See how that has already settled? All that beautiful shimmer is already at the bottom. Aside from Spiced Apples, I think they could have named it Dorothy's Shoes. That doesn't really have a Christmas ring to it, does it? But what a gorgeous ink. Wow. Okay. So, plunger down, nib in, and up. And I don't mind if I do not have a full fill, because I'm just having fun playing with my seasonal inks. Maybe need to flush and fill often to experience some more. So here we go. All right, since I did fill with a nib in the bottle, I'm going to go ahead and see how we're writing with our, oh my goodness, the Kawakos are so smooth, buttery smooth, and this being the double broad, yes, the double broad. It's just like butter. And this is just a sport, not the AL edition. I don't remember the actual color. I'll have to look that up. But it is a double broad. And our ink is the spiced apple, as noted above. And I would like to date this. There we go. So we'll let that dry. It's very wet. Look at that gorgeousness. Very wet. I'm very pleased with the performance of this double broad nib and this beautiful ink. And I will stop here and say thank you for spending some of your precious moments with me. I'll see you tomorrow, day number 6.